There is a moment in every man's life when he realizes something terrifying. Nobody is coming. No hero. No perfect opportunity. No magical phone call that changes everything. No person who will suddenly appear, grab you by the hand, and pull you out of the life you hate. You can wait. You can complain. You can blame your childhood, your circumstances, your lack of money, your enemies, your failures, or the people who abandoned you. But the clock will keep moving. Days will become months. Months will become years. And one morning, you may wake up and realize that the life you kept promising to change has become the life you accepted. Listen carefully. Nobody is coming to save you. And that may be the best news you will ever hear. Because the moment you stop waiting to be rescued is the moment you finally become dangerous. The moment you understand that your future is your responsibility, something changes inside you. You stop asking, "Who is going to help me?" And you start asking, "What can I do right now?" That question can change your entire life. This is not about becoming cold. It is not about refusing help. It is about refusing helplessness. Help may come. Opportunities may appear. People may support you. But if you build your entire life around waiting for someone else to carry you, you have already surrendered control. The strongest version of you begins with one realization. If my life is going to change, I must move first. When you were young, someone usually came when things went wrong. You fell down, someone picked you up. You were hungry, someone fed you. You were confused, someone gave you direction. And without realizing it, many people carry this expectation into adulthood. They believe someone will eventually fix everything. A boss will recognize their talent. A friend will introduce them to the right person. A motivational video will suddenly give them permanent discipline. A lucky opportunity will arrive. The economy will improve. Their family will finally understand them. Someone will believe in them. Then they will begin. But what happens if nobody does? What happens if nobody recognizes your talent? Will you stop developing it? What happens if nobody believes in your dream? Will you bury it? What happens if nobody gives you permission? Will you spend your entire life waiting outside a door that was never locked? This is how dreams die. Not always through one massive failure. Sometimes they die quietly. One excuse at a time. One delay at a time. One comfortable evening at a time. I'll start next week. I'm not ready. I need more motivation. I need someone to guide me. I need better equipment. I need more money. Maybe you do need some of those things. But there is almost always something you can do with what you have right now. The problem is that small beginnings are not exciting. Nobody applauds the first workout. Nobody celebrates the first page. Nobody cares about the first day you wake up early. Nobody sees the lonely hours when you are learning, training, failing, adjusting, and trying again. Everyone wants the victory. Very few people respect the invisible years that create it. You must learn to respect your own invisible work. Because before the world sees you, you have to work when nobody is watching. There is something brutal about time. It does not negotiate. It does not care if you are motivated. It does not care if you are afraid. It does not stop because someone hurt you. It does not slow down because you are confused. The clock keeps moving. Think about the last 3 years of your life. How quickly did they disappear? Now imagine another 3 years passing exactly the same way. Same habits. Same excuses. Same fears. Same unfinished plans. Same promises made every January and forgotten by February. Would you be satisfied with where that road leads? If the answer is no, something must change. And that change cannot only exist in your thoughts. Thinking about training is not training. Planning a business is not building a business. Watching videos about discipline is not discipline. Talking about your dreams is not pursuing them. There comes a point when preparation becomes another form of hiding. You already know enough to take one step. Maybe not 100 steps. Maybe you cannot see the entire road. But you can see the next move. Make it. Then make another. The person who moves imperfectly will eventually pass the person waiting for perfect conditions. Every time. You do not need to have everything figured out. You need to stop using uncertainty as permission to remain still. Life is happening now. Not when you become confident. Not when everyone agrees with you. Not when the fear disappears. Now. Your future is being built by what you repeatedly do today. Potential is one of the most dangerous words in the world, because it can make a person feel proud of something they have not earned yet. I could be successful. I could get in shape. I could build something great. I could become disciplined. Maybe. But potential without action means nothing. A seed has the potential to become a tree. But without the right conditions, it dies in the ground. Your talent is the same. Nobody owes you success because you are talented. Nobody owes you respect because you have dreams. Nobody owes you victory because your intentions are good. The world responds to what you build, to what you finish, to the skills you develop, to the problems you solve, to the value you create. You can have the greatest idea in the room and still lose to someone with an average idea and relentless execution. Why? Because action has weight. Dreams without action do not. This is where many people become frustrated. They know they are capable of more. Deep inside, they feel it. But their daily actions do not match their ambitions. And this creates a painful gap between who they are and who they know they could become. You close that gap through work. Not one heroic day. Repeated days. Ordinary days. Days when you feel powerful. Days when you feel weak. Days when you are inspired. Days when your mind gives you 100 reasons to quit. Especially those days. Because discipline is not proven when the work feels easy. Discipline is revealed when every part of you wants comfort, and you choose the mission anyway. Your greatest enemy probably does not know your name. Because your greatest enemy may not be another person. It may be the voice inside your own head. The voice that says, "Tomorrow. Just one more hour in bed. You've already failed before. People will laugh at you. You're too late. You're not good enough. You deserve another day off." That voice is patient. It does not need to destroy you in one day. It only needs to convince you to keep postponing your life. One day becomes a week. A week becomes a month. A month becomes a year. And slowly, the fire inside you becomes smaller. This is why self-mastery matters. Because if you cannot command yourself, something else will. Comfort will command you. Fear will command you. Distraction will command you. Other people's opinions will command you. Your phone will command you. Your impulses will command you. And you will call it freedom, because nobody is physically forcing you. But a man who cannot say no to his own weakness is not free. Freedom requires control. Control of attention. Control of habits. Control of reactions. Control of time. You do not need to control the entire world. You need to control what you do when the alarm rings. What you do when you are angry. What you do when nobody is watching. What you do when the excitement disappears. That is where your future is decided. And here is something else you must understand. You will never feel completely ready. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be another question. There will always be another reason to wait. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is movement despite fear. The first time you enter a gym, you may feel uncomfortable. Go anyway. The first time you create something, it may be terrible. Create it anyway. The first time you speak in front of people, your voice may shake. Speak anyway. The first time you try to build a new life, you may have no idea what you are doing. Begin anyway. Your first attempt is not supposed to look like someone else's 10th year. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's mastery. You are seeing their result. You did not see every failed attempt, every embarrassing mistake, every night they doubted themselves, every time they almost quit. You are comparing your private struggle with someone else's public victory. That comparison will destroy your confidence if you allow it. Focus on your road. Focus on your next step. You do not need to be better than everyone. You need to become better than the version of yourself that keeps making the same excuses. That is your first opponent. Beat him. Then wake up tomorrow and fight again. You have two choices: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. There is no painless road. Training hurts, but weakness has a price. Saving money requires sacrifice, but financial desperation has a price. Learning a difficult skill is frustrating, but remaining trapped in a life you hate has a price. Leaving a destructive environment may hurt, but staying can hurt for much longer. The question is not, how do I avoid pain? The question is, which pain is building me? Some pain is an investment. The burning in your muscles during training, the frustration of learning, the loneliness of choosing a different path, the discomfort of saying no, the embarrassment of being a beginner. These things can build you. But regret? Regret collects interest. Every dream you repeatedly abandon becomes a question. What if I had continued? What if I had started earlier? What if I had stopped caring what people thought? What if I had used those years? Do not build a life filled with those questions. You have today. Use it. You have this hour. Use it. You have this moment. Use it. You cannot change yesterday, but you can make sure yesterday does not become tomorrow. And while you are rebuilding yourself, understand this: not everyone needs to know your plans. Sometimes talking about the mission gives you the emotional satisfaction of progress without the actual work. You announce the goal. People congratulate you. You feel good, but nothing has happened yet. Protect your energy. Work. Train. Study. Build. Improve. There is power in becoming quietly consistent. While others are talking, work. While others are doubting, work. When people misunderstand you, work. When nobody notices, work. When progress is slow, work. Not because work guarantees instant success. It does not. But because nothing changes without action. There will be seasons when your effort appears to produce nothing. You train, but the mirror barely changes. You create, but nobody watches. You study, but still feel confused. You save money, but the number seems small. Continue. Many people quit during the invisible stage. They dig for gold, see nothing, and walk away. They never know how close they were. Consistency often feels useless before the results become visible. A stone does not break because of one strike. It breaks because of repeated strikes. Your old identity works the same way. Every disciplined action is a strike. Every early morning. Every completed workout. Every hour of focused learning. Every time you keep a promise to yourself. Strike. 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 Until one day, the person you used to be can no longer contain the person you have become. Responsibility is not the same as blame. Things will happen to you that you did not choose. People may betray you. Opportunities may disappear. You may work hard and still fail. Life can be unfair. Responsibility means asking one question: what will I do now? That question gives you power. Maybe you did not create the storm, but you still have to steer the ship. You can spend years arguing about who caused the storm, or you can grab the wheel. Anger may give you energy for a moment, but bitterness will eventually poison the person carrying it. Use the pain. Do not worship it. Learn from betrayal. Do not become betrayal. Learn from failure. Do not become failure. Learn from rejection. Do not build your identity around being rejected. You are still here. That means there is still work to do. Some of the strongest people you will ever meet are not people who lived easy lives. They are people who decided that pain would become training. Every scar taught them something. Every loss removed an illusion. Every failure made them more precise. Every difficult season forced them to discover strength they did not know they had. You cannot always choose the battle, but you can choose what the battle makes of you. Maybe you have spent years waiting for someone to believe in you. Believe in yourself enough to begin. Maybe you have been waiting for someone to discipline you. Build your own structure. Maybe you have been waiting for someone to open a door. Learn how to build one. Maybe you have been waiting for someone to give you confidence. Confidence is built through evidence. Keep promises to yourself. Do difficult things. Finish what you start. Confidence will follow. You do not become confident by standing in front of a mirror repeating words you do not believe. You become confident by proving to yourself that you can be trusted. Say you will wake up early? Wake up. Say you will train? Train. Say you will finish the project? Finish it. Every broken promise to yourself weakens your trust. Every kept promise rebuilds it. Start small if necessary. But become a person whose word means something, especially when that word is given to yourself. There is something powerful about knowing. If I say I will do it, I will do everything I can to make it happen. That person does not need constant motivation. That person has standards. And standards are stronger than moods. The moment you begin changing, some people may try to pull you back. When you start training, they may call you obsessed. When you stop wasting time, they may call you boring. When you protect your future, they may say you have changed. Maybe you have. That is the point. You cannot ask for a different life while desperately protecting every habit that created your current one. Change requires change. Sometimes your schedule must change. Sometimes your circle must change. Sometimes your entertainment must change. Sometimes the conversations you participate in must change. Sometimes you must become comfortable being misunderstood. You do not need to hate anyone. You do not need to announce your departure. But you must understand that everyone cannot go with you. Some relationships belong to an old version of you. Respect the memories. But do not sacrifice your future to remain familiar. And remember this. You will fail. You will miss days. You will make mistakes. You will lose focus. There will be moments when you disappoint yourself. The goal is not perfection. The goal is recovery. Weakness says, I failed today, so everything is ruined. Strength says, I failed today. I return tomorrow. Do not turn one bad day into a bad month. Do not turn one missed workout into quitting. Do not turn one failed project into an identity. Fall. Learn. Adjust. Return. Life hits you? Return. Failure embarrasses you? Return. People doubt you? Return. Your first plan collapses? Create another. Your confidence disappears? Work without it. Again. And again. And again. How do you permanently defeat someone who has decided that quitting is no longer an option? You cannot. Imagine yourself 1 year from today. Not 10 years. 1 year. Imagine that for the next 365 days, you stop waiting. You train consistently. You learn consistently. You work consistently. You reduce distractions. You stop chasing validation. You stop explaining your plans to people who do not understand them. You keep promises to yourself. You become more careful with your time. You read. You practice. You fail. You adjust. You continue. Who could you become in 1 year? You may not achieve every dream, but you would be stronger. smarter, more disciplined, more capable, more confident, more experienced, closer. Now imagine the opposite. Another year of waiting. Another year saying, soon. Another year consuming instead of creating. Another year watching other people live the life you want. Another year blaming circumstances while doing nothing to improve them. Both versions of the future are being created right now. One decision at a time. The future does not suddenly arrive. It is built quietly through ordinary days. Today is one of those days. What are you building? Nobody is coming to force you to wake up. Nobody is coming to remove every distraction. Nobody is coming to train your body for you. Nobody is coming to study for you. Nobody is coming to build your dream while you sleep. Nobody is coming to fight the battles inside your mind. This is your responsibility. And that is your power. You have been waiting for a sign? This is it. You have been waiting for the perfect time? It does not exist. You have been waiting until you are no longer afraid. Move afraid. You have been waiting for someone to believe in you. Give yourself a reason to believe. Start today. Start badly if necessary. Start tired. Start uncertain. Start with little money. Start with limited knowledge. Start with what you have. But start. Because every warrior was once inexperienced. Every disciplined person once struggled with discipline. Every master was once a beginner. Every strong person has faced moments of weakness. The difference is not that they were born ready. The difference is that at some point, they stopped waiting. They accepted responsibility. They faced themselves. And they moved. Now it is your turn. No more waiting for rescue. No more negotiating with the weakness that is destroying your future. No more promising yourself that tomorrow will be different while repeating the same actions today. Stand up. Look at your life. Look at where you are. Accept it. Then decide where you are going. The road will be difficult. Walk it anyway. People may doubt you. Continue anyway. You may fail. Learn and return. You may have to walk alone for a while. Walk. Because the person you are searching for is being built through the journey. The disciplined version of you. The focused version. The courageous version. The version that does not need to be chased, begged, or constantly motivated. That person is waiting on the other side of repeated action. But nobody can carry you there. Nobody can do your push-ups. Nobody can build your discipline. Nobody can protect your time. Nobody can create your future. That battle belongs to you. So when the alarm rings tomorrow morning, remember these words. When your mind tells you to quit, remember these words. When the road becomes lonely, remember these words. When nobody supports you, remember these words. Nobody is coming to save you. You must become the person capable of saving yourself. And when you finally understand that, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. You stop waiting for permission. You stop searching for excuses. You stop asking when your life will change. And you begin changing it. One decision. One workout. One page. 1 hour. One difficult day at a time. Your life is waiting. Get up. The battle has already begun.